Okay, this is the March spiral worksheet for day 1. Okay, so you're gonna obviously add those numbers. Number 2, this is your space to work in. Arrange the digits below to form the highest, the largest and the smallest numbers possible. So you have 3, 8, 7, and 2. So if you did 3,872 and you just put them in that order, that's gonna be smaller than if you did like 8,372, right? So you can mix these around. So if it's the largest number, you want the biggest number in the first place value, okay? And then maybe the next biggest number in the next place value. So you want the biggest number in the thousands because you want to have the most thousands, then the most hundreds you can have, then the most tens, and then the most ones. And then for the smallest number, you want to have the least amount of thousands, the least amount of hundreds, the least amount of tens, and then, well, and you could have more tens and more ones, really, but you want to have the least amount of thousands, okay? Number 4, Sam purchased 30 pounds of dog food. Which sentence could describe the dog food that Sam purchased? He bought 5 bags of food, which weighed 4 pounds each. He bought 6 bags of food, which weighed 4 pounds each, or he bought 6 bags of food, which weighed 5 pounds each. We want to know which one of these, A, B, or C, would equal 30 pounds of dog food. Okay, so for number 5, what fractions are represented at points L and M? Okay, L and M. So here's L. Okay, the first thing you have to do, here's 0 and here's 1. The first thing you're going to have to do is count how many sections this line is divided into. This is a fraction. So we have, start at 0, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8 sections total. So our denominator is going to be 8 for both of these. Okay, and now how many 8s is at L? What should you put there? So that should be 2 8s. Okay, L is at 2 8s. And M would be, count, see which mark, how many 8s do you have by the time you get to M? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So M is at 5 8s, okay? What is the distance between these points? Means how many 8s are in between L and M. So you have 1, 2, 3. So you should have, it should be 1 8, 2 8s, 3 8s. So the distance between those is 3 8s, okay? And that's tricky. We haven't learned that yet, so we're just working on that one together, okay? Order the fractions from least to greatest. Okay, they all have, and you know that I don't like it when they write it like this. So go ahead and write these fractions the correct way, right? Not with that diagonal line. Okay. So first thing we have to do is write it like that. Now, we want the smallest to the biggest fraction. Now, we can't compare 8s to if our denominator is a 2, right? Because we have 5 8s and 3 8s, and we need to know how many 8s that is. 8 8s and 2 8s. So let's, before we can begin, we cannot do this until we look at that. So actually, you know what you need is your fraction flip book. Okay, fraction flip book, all right? So here is our 8s. How many 8s? Here's 1/2, right? This is 1/2, so put your pencil down there. Put your pencil along the 1/2 mark. And how many 8s are in 1/2? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 8s is the same as 1/2, okay? So which makes sense because 4 out of 8 is half. So we're going to change this fraction right here to 4 8s. Okay, which is half, right? 4 out of 8, that's half. So now we can put these in order from the least to the greatest, okay? So the first one, the smallest amount of pizza we would have is if we had 2 8s, okay? And then 3 8s. And then next would be 4 8s. And then 5 8s. And then 8 8s, which is 1 whole, okay? All right. And number 7, what time will it be in 90 minutes? All right, so it's 4:05 now, right? Okay, 90 minutes is, we have to know that the 90 minutes is 60 minutes and 30 minutes, right? Because 60 plus 30 is 90, 60 is an hour. So in 1 hour, okay, if we added 60 minutes to this, it's gonna be 5:05. Okay, so now I want you to try to see, I want you to pause it, and I want to see, try to have you pretend this is here at the 5, okay, it's now 5:05 because we've added the 60 minutes. We change it from 4:05 to 5:05 by adding 1 hour, 60 minutes. Now we need to know what time will this be in 30 minutes. So I want you to pause it, and I want you to count by 5s, starting at 5, count by 5s, or just look at 5 and go, what if we added 30 to it? But go ahead and pause it. Okay, so you should have gone, if you are at 5 and you're gonna we wanna add 30 minutes, okay? We go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's gonna be right here, which is gonna be 5:35, okay? So we'll put that there, right here, 5:35. We're gonna have to go through and put our answers in, okay? But all right, Rita has 66 students in her grade level. Her principal is going to split the students into 6 groups. Which number sentence could be used to help find the number of students? You're gonna have to figure out what operation you're going to need to do with that, okay? So, let's see, number 5, our answer is 3/8 and 6. We're gonna write it here as small as we can here. 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, and 8/8, okay? I want you to do the rest of this sheet, and then we will, do the rest of the sheet, and then I'll have you take a picture of it and upload it into chats, okay? Thank you.